Hello and welcome back. Part 7 in my Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works playthrough. In the last episode at the school, after some bonding with Rin, well, Shinji once again triggered the bounded field and was not so successful like the last time. It lasted maybe like 5 minutes or something, because Caster intervened and killed Ryder. Well, and that was a quick ending to that bounded field. And well, Shiro and Rin concluded from that action that there must be another master at school, and that is the master of Caster. And the plan is for the next day to find out who the hell the master of Caster is. And we will continue from that point on. On a new day. Interval level 1. Okay. And Shiro is once again dreaming. Like blood flowing through a thin circuit, I see a memory that I can't reach. What did he fight and keep running? He never told anyone his innermost feelings. Everyone around him saw him as an eccentric. And on top of it all, he wore a mask of stoicism and few words, so others must have believed him ruthless. His objectives were unknown. Or at the very least, nobody was informed or found out. Even after becoming a hero, burdened with so many things, he never once let his intentions slip. And so, nobody was able to grasp his character, even at the end. Nobody understood. So he was a convenient hero that saved lives. His motives and ends were left in the dark. Thus, it inevitably came to be all that inevitably came to be that all would feel uneasy by his presence. So I should have claimed at least one such reason. Greed, fame, selfishness, revenge, devotion. A clear reason that would have been universally understood. Had he but one such thing, his end would not have come. His reward for success was always betrayal. The thing he picked up sifted through his fingers like sand. He got used to it. Like a fool, he got used to it. From the beginning, his reward. It was not what he received from those he saved, but the act of saving them itself. The repetition of it makes me so mad that I want to punch him, but it also makes me want to cry. Repetition, sorry. The reason he was called a hero, his intentions were never revealed to anyone. Those around him never came to know. And even he, the only one who could know, eventually forgot. This all inherently make me just want to cry. On the long path, from the start to the finish, he miraculously never once strayed from its original purpose, despite no longer knowing what he wanted, what was and was no longer right. And the end comes. The Savior is nothing but a nuisance to those who are not saved. He understands his own powers and the extent of the world. He accepts there are those that he cannot save, and cannot save. And so he wanted those things, those with inside, to be happy at least. Many others despise him, decrying his hypocrisy and narrow values. He had more enemies than allies, and he died abruptly at their hands. So, what is seen here is not a location in this world. This place is the end. His end. It is nothing other than an illusion he saw on the verge of death, and the only pride he had within himself. The hero that used this view as his weapon is consumed by his own darkness in his final moment. He arrives at the Hill of Swords. The end of his battle came to a mound with rusted, ownerless blades. Alone after all. Even then, there was nothing to regret if he was able to save everyone within view. He smiles with satisfaction and lets go of his sword. That's why he never had any regrets. His objective had long been fulfilled. From the start, he kept on running with utmost effort, not for himself, but for those who had nothing to do with him. I rub my heavy eyelids and get up. It's 5:30 AM. I don't feel sleepy, so I guess I was able to sleep well despite everything. Man, I guess I'm pretty simple. I grumble while getting out of bed and change into my uniform. I can hear faint breathing if I listen carefully. Seva's presence is apparent, even from the other side of the door. Oh, breakfast. I'll go make breakfast. That's good. Good. I shake the intrusive thought out of my head and tiptoe out of my room. The breakfast table. Expectation that it would be a quiet breakfast considering what happened yesterday.
そこでそのお医者さん、なんて言ったと思う？藤村さんは稀に見る健康体ですから、献血でもしていったらどうですか？だよ。
And what did you think the doctor said? He said, "You have an exceptionally healthy body. So why don't you donate some blood while you're here?"
私だって病人だって言うの。ああ、もう次からあんなところ行かないんだから。
Hey, I'm a patient too. I'm not going to that place ever again. Is overturned by Fujini, who is even more hyper today. If this were a horse race, this situation is both a dark horse and also somehow the most likely winner.
あ、お味噌汁おかわり。玉ねぎ抜いてね。
Oh, I want more miso soup. Can you leave the onions out? Alright, so what happened after that? I heard that the students who fainted were taken to different hospitals. What did they all come to afterward?
そうね。個人差はあるけど、昨日中には回復したはずよ。
Yeah, it varies, but they should all have recovered by yesterday.
4回。1年生の子たちはただ眠ってたのと大差なくて、2年生の子たちは記憶が飛んでる子もいたみたい。
The ones on the fourth floor, the first years only seemed to have, like they were sleeping, and the second year seemed to have lost memory of an incident.
3年生の子は、 2階の教室にいた子より大事はなかったけど、1階の教室はちょっとね。
Third years those on the second floor are all better off than those on the first floor. But the ones on the first are... Fujini looks down, as though it's difficult for her to talk about. I feel bad. At last. All last night Fujini went to one hospital after another. The classrooms on the first floor. She just saw what kind of condition the 3A and the 3B students were in. Sorry, we can talk about something else. Anyway, school is happening like usual, right?
けど3年生はもうじき自主登校だし、体調が悪い子は休んでいいことになってる。3年の子たちほとんどが休むんじゃないかな。
Yeah, but the third years will start coming voluntarily. And those that are not feeling well don't need to come to school. I think most of the third years won't come today. I see. Then it'd be mainly first years and second years coming to school today. Hey, Fujine, who's connected to Ryudo Temple at our school?
一星君じゃないの？彼、お寺の跡取りでしょ？
Wouldn't it be Issei? He's a successor of the temple, right? Yeah, never mind, forget what I just asked. I said donor ball as I look up at the ceiling to think. Only person at our school that has to do with the temple is Issei. But it's too rash to assume so easily that he's a master, and most importantly, I don't think he could be. I'm heading out now. Take care while I'm gone, Saber.
シロも気をつけて。あの校舎から結界がなくなったとしても、キャスターのマスターがいる以上は油断できません。0時はあと一つだけなのですから、行動には細心の注意を。
You take care of yourself too, Shiro. Even if there's no longer a bounded field at school, you cannot let your guard down, so long as Caster's master is there. You only have one more command spell, so please, be very careful. And now, if I find Caster's master, I come home and report you to you first.
はい。期待に添えるよう、私も魔力を回復させておきましょう。
Yes, I shall replenish my magical energy so that I can be at the ready. Saber sees me off as I leave the gate. Fujini seems to have some things to take care of regarding the incidents yesterday, so she finished her breakfast quickly and went to the hospital immediately. Everything at school doesn't look any different after what happened. It's 7:30 a.m. and the school gate is crowded with students. The students are talking about what happened yesterday and seem to be creating a fuss over it. And, in the middle of it all, in front of the school gate, there stands Sosaka waiting with her arms crossed. What is she mad about now? I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling, but I can't sneak past her when she's standing in the middle of a school gate. Yo, morning Tosaka. You're late today. I stop and greet her on the way to the school building.
つまり、一星が怪しいと思うのよ。
I think Issei is suspicious. What? The first thing that came out of her mouth is straight to the point. What do you mean by suspicious?
キャスターのマスター、竜道寺に巣を張ってるキャスターと、竜道寺から学校に通ってる一星。これで因果関係がないはずないでしょう。
Caster's master. Caster's at the temple, and Issei is coming to school from the temple. There's something going on. No way. It could just be a coincidence. I try to defend Issei.
そんなわけないじゃない。いい？ここ数週間、竜道寺の山門はずっと閉じられているのよ。
Of course not. Look at the mountain gate at the temple. At the temple has been closed for the past few weeks.
部外者は入れないし、寺から外に出てきたのは一世ぐらいのもんなんだから。
No outsiders can come in, and Issei is practically the only person who leaves.
これで怪しくなかったら、真犯人は誰でもいいってレベルでしょ？
If he's not suspicious, then I don't know who is. Hey no, you said nobody comes out. But don't monks usually stay at the temple?
バカ、あんたいつの時代の人間よ。檀家回りあっての総門でしょ。山寺に引きこもってお賽銭だけで食っていけるんだったら、明日にでも出家するわよ。
You idiot! How outdated is your information? Monks make a living by going around house to house, collecting offerings. If I could just stay at the temple and live off the coin offerings from visitors, I'd become a monk myself. Monk Tosaka. Tosaka's surprisingly serious. If Issei were here, I'm sure he'd be yelling at her for being an offering thief. I'm interested in what's going on at the temple, but that's not the problem. Right now, let's be mindful of our surroundings. We're at the school gate. We're surrounded by students on their way to school, and we're frozen hearing the school idol ranting like a mad woman.
何よその目。何？エミヤ君は一世をかばうってわけ？
What's with those eyes? What? Are you defending Issei?
いいわよ私は。あなたが現実的な推測を無視するって言うんなら、こっちだって勝手にやるんだから。
Oh, fine. If you're going to ignore the obvious, I have to go solve the situation myself. Yet the school idols are the only one that does not realize the situation. Tosaka, come over here.
何よ、逃げる気？
What? Are you going to run away? I'm not running, just come this way. I pull Tosaka's hand and start walking.
ちょっとエミヤ君。
Hey, Emiya. She can complain later. Let me just get her out of here as soon as possible. Morning practice must be cancelled due to yesterday's incident, because the archery range is empty. I'm glad. We won't attract any attention here. So the remaining problem is... Osaka was staring me down. And now, I can tell what you want to say. I know you don't make a face like that. I don't know what to do when you skulk like that.
すねてなんかない。
I'm not skulking. Oof. I'm stunned by the immediate comeback. But I have to deal with her calmly. His life is here on the line. Knowing Tosaka, I bet she would do something crazy to test Issei.
あなたこそごまかさないで。キャスターの本拠地は竜道寺で、一世は竜道寺から学校に来ているのよ。だっていうのに、どうしてそれを無視するのよ、あなたは。
Don't try to deceive me. Caster's base is the temple, and Issei meets the criteria for the master here. Why are you ignoring that fact? Tosaka yells at me. It may be true, but I don't think Issei is the master for a different reason.
何よ、反論があるっていうの？
What? Do you have any objection? But if I gave some half-assed reason, I would most likely die before Issei. At the same time, I can't leave Tosaka like this, so I have to convince her. Somehow. Alright. You're saying Issei is suspicious no matter what, right?
そうよ。エミヤ君にはわからないかもしれないけど、 今の竜道寺はとにかく変なの。
Right. You might not be able to tell, but your temper is really strange right now. Oh, sorry. It's pretty late.
キャスターが根城にしているってこともあるんだけど、それにしたって揺らぎが大きすぎるっていうか、集まりやすすぎるっていうか。
Cass is using it as her base. Though even with that in mind, the deformity there is too massive. She's collecting way too much. Collecting way too much? Are you talking about the magical energy being sucked up from the town?
それは関係ないことだから気にしないで。
No, I'm not. That's a different thing altogether. You were suspicious that Issei is. You are way more suspicious than Issei is right now, Tosaka.
ともかく、そんなところから涼しい顔でやってきてる時点であいつは怪しいの。
Anyway, that guy has way too many flags. All why is so flippy and going to and from the temple there every day.
前からあいつには一発蹴り入れてやんなきゃなんないって思ってたし、今回の件はちょうどいいわ。
Yes, I always knew that I would have to give him a kick. So this is a perfect opportunity. Tosaka's serious. I had always heard that they didn't get along, but I didn't know that it was this bad. Actually, what the heck did Issei do to earn this from her anyway? I'm a bit curious about what can make Tosaka dramatically violent. No, now's not the time for that. Yeah, I agree that Issei's position is suspicious.
当然よ。これ以上かばったりしたら、それこそ同罪なんだから。
Of course, you would be guilty too if you kept on defending him. Yeah, so leave Issei's case to me. I make it clear whether he is a master or not. Wow. The look she gives me says she doesn't trust me at all. Trust me. I won't take it easy just because he's my friend. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, you don't have anything to worry about. There's no way Issei would do something so evil. The silent onslaught continues. I imagine Tosaka is worried that I might do just that and go easy on him. Which is fair enough, so I just have to take this scrutiny. I can only get her to trust me.
わかったわよ。一世のことはあなたに任せる。
Fine, I leave Issei up to you. Tosaka, I sigh with relief.
けど、どうやって見極めるのよ。エミヤ君、マスターの見分け方覚えたの？
But how are you going to tell? Do you know how to tell masters apart? Huh? Tosaka asked me a fundamental defect in this proposal.
まさかいつもの調子で、おい一世、お前マスターかなんて問いただすわけじゃないでしょうね。
Oh, don't tell me you're going to go up to him and ask, Hey Issei, are you a master?
いくら協力関係でもね、そんなたわけたことをやろうって言うんなら、ここであなたとの決着をつけてやるわよ。
Even if we are working together, I will put an end to this straight away if you're going to do such a stupid thing. She's mad. Seriously mad. Hold on, it's okay, I have a way of finding out whether he's a master or not, without having to ask him. I'll make sure to find out today, so please, don't do anything. I contact you once I figure it out.
そうね。協力関係ってこういうことだし。
You better. In the name of our working relationship. She starts walking, making a gesture that obviously tells me she's not convinced.
信頼してるわ。 けどあんまりバカなことはしないでよ。もし一星がそうだった場合、下手な行動は命取りになるんだから。
Look, I trust you, but don't do anything too stupid. If Issei is a master, one wrong move could lead to death. Osaka says and heads back to the school building. Once I see her off, could it be? I blatantly realized that she was just really worried about me. It's lunchtime, so I go to the students' council room. Excuse me? I say and open the door.
Oh, 今日はここで昼食か、エミヤ。
Oh, you're going to eat lunch here today, Emir? Issei is eating lunch by himself inside. Good. This is convenient. How are you doing? How did yesterday's incident turn out? I sit at the table and try to act casual.
それが説明されずじまいだ。1階の空き教室に置かれていた薬品がどうしたとか、そんな当たり障りのない話だよ。昨日の午後から朝まで散々校舎を調べ回って、出た結論がそれだとさ。
Haven't been given an explanation yet. We've only been considering what happened to the chemicals in the empty classroom on the first floor. That's all that resulted from yesterday. In this morning's search, he seems unhappy, and he bites into a stiff carrot.
しかしお前も運がいいな。昼休みから珍しくサボりかと思えばなお逃れたという。普段の行いがようやく報われたということか。
But you were fortunate at least. By ditching after lunch, you were able to avoid this disaster. Yes, I guess you were rewarded for your daily conduct. This time, he sips on his tea happily. Well, this is awkward. It doesn't seem like the right time to interrogate him, so I wait for a while and see. Huh? Damn, there's only 5 minutes left before break is up.
どうしたエミヤ？何かひらめいたか？
What happened, Emir? Did you come up with something? Didn't come up with anything, but I remembered something. I don't have time to slack off. Huh? I'm hurriedly wrap my lunch back up and face Issei.
不穏な空気。言っておくが金の無心はするな。
I have a bad feeling about this. Please do not ask me for money.
ねだられてもないものはない。
I don't have any, even if you beg. I get up from my chair. There's no time. I just have to dive right in. Issei, don't ask any questions and take your shirt off. It's basically the same. Hey, Issei, are you a master or not? I demand as firmly as possible.
なんでそう
Oh no. What? I said, take off your uniform. Not just your jacket, but your shirt too. Can't you just pull up the sleeves or something? This isn't going to work unless you're stripped.
何を言い出すかと思えば正気か貴様。あれか、新手の押し問答か、そもさんなのか。
What are you asking? Are you insane? Is this a new method of debate? Must I write this instant? Yeah, bring it on. Hurry up and strip. It'll be too late once school ends. I grab at Issei.
ああ、やめるかったわけ。貴様それでも武家の息子か。
Oh, hey, stop! If you stop it, you fool! Are you still the son of a samurai? Oh, you don't get the scene. You don't get an art picture. Or what do you call it? A graphic or whatever? An illustration. That's better. Alright. In the end, there was no command spell on Issei's body. I searched thoroughly, but I didn't see anything that looked like a command spell. Good man, I'm glad. Not too much.
何が良いものか。貴様、ここまでやっておきながら何もないとはどういうことだ。
What's so good about this? Why would you go so far just to do nothing? Oh yeah, sorry, Issei. I can't tell you what's going on, but there was something I had to check. But it's done now. There's no problem anymore. Hold my head and apologize.
悪いことをしたと思うのなら謝罪の一つもするというもの。
Okay. If you think you have done something bad, it's natural for you to apologize. Issei goes silent with a serious expression. But now it's back to square one. If Issei, who has ties to Ryodo Temple, is innocent, and there's no one that could be applicable as Cass's master. Hey Issei, has there been anything unusual at the temple lately?
変わったことというと？
Something unusual as in... I don't know. Is there anything different than usual?
そうだな。最近の話なら見慣れない女が一人いるぐらいか。だがそれだけだ。親父も兄貴たちも静かなもんだぞ。
Let me see. If you mean recently, there's a new woman, but that's about it. My father and brother are the same as always. Issei says calmly. A new woman? Would that be Caster? Well, I'm sure that servant would pretend to be a human without a problem. Or could that woman be Caster's master? Should I try to ask Issei? Maybe. Huh. Think I'm just gonna ask. I mean, what would be the difference? I'm not sure. Does it lead to a dead end or something? I'm just gonna ask. I'll try asking him. She's not one to reveal herself even to Issei. But I might be able to get some clues. Issei does live at the temple. Issei, what kind of person is that woman? Is she from a foreign country? Does she always hide her appearance behind a turban like cloth?
なんだそれは。そのような怪しい女ならばすぐさま放り出している。どんな思惑で知りたがるのかは聞かないが、彼女は真っ当な客人だ。
What is that? Who would have kicked out such a suspicious person? I don't know why you're asking, but she's a legitimate guest.
兄貴などは毒婦だなんだと喜んでおるが、俺は不思議と気に入っていてな。一度しか話したことはないのだが、 悪ぶっているように見えるが根は善人だ。
My brother entertains the idea that she's some servant of evil. But I rather like her. I only spoken with her once. But she's a fair person. Though she seems a little foul. Oh wow. It was worth asking this question. But that's rare for you to praise a woman. What did you... what? Did you fall in love?
バカを言うなトゲ。俺が感心したのはあの女が自分でも気づいていない部分の話だ。大体だな。兄と仰ぐ総一郎の相手に化粧するなど。
Don't be ridiculous, fool. What I admire was that she doesn't look at herself. First of all, I can't fall in love with the lover of Soichiro. The one I look up to like a brother. He suddenly stops talking and lowers his face. He might have felt dizzy as he falls face down on the table and doesn't move. What happened, Issei? Is it anemia?
いや、体の調子が悪いのではない。
No, it's not that I feel bad. He lifts himself suddenly. I laugh, picturing him like a wind-up doll, suddenly full of energy. Okay. You say? I don't even look at my slashed stomach. My eyes go to the knife that is in Issei's hand.
獲物がかかった。私を追求する者に遭遇した場合のみ、この人間に植え付けた命令が作動する。
Oh God. You fell for my trap. The command I have implanted in this human is activated only when he comes across someone that inquires about me. A voice that doesn't belong to Issei comes out of his mouth. And I realize it's the voice of the servant I met at Ryodo Temple.
この人形もういらない。
I do not need this doll anymore either. It's like I'm looking in a mirror. My consciousness fades from the blood loss. The pain from the wound reaching my organs isn't causing my consciousness to fade. Instead of death from blood loss, eager to deny the sight before me, my mind rapidly freezes my consciousness. Issei falls down before me without knowing what's going on. I collapse onto the floor from my knees. I don't even press on my wound, and I only stare blankly at the face of my friend, who is now just a corpse. Well, it's been a while since we have visited the Tiger Dojo, but, well, let's see what they say now. Tiger Dojo.
Yay! That's my first dance!
Yay! Bon voyage! Okay.
さて、注意1秒怪我一生。誰彼構わずむやみに聞けばいいってものじゃないのよ、エンド。どうだったかな？
No, it only takes a second to be careful, but an injury can last for a lifetime. Did this ending teach you that it's not good to just ask anyone anything?
あまりにも理不尽&唐突なし、これぞフェイトって感じで最高であります、師匠。
Yes, man. It's such an irrational and sudden death. This is totally fate. And absolutely awesome, master.
だが我々はこの犠牲を忘れてはならない。
Yes, but we cannot forget these sacrifices.
さあ、竜道君に黙祷3秒。
Let's give us a 3-second moment of silence for Ryodo.
3
Yes, I love how it's only 3 seconds, Master. 1, 2, 3.
でさイリアちゃん、実際竜道寺の人たちはどうなっちゃってるわけ？
So, Ilya, what's going on with the people at Ryoto Temple?
キャスターが作った人工的なレイジを組み込まれていて、
They have something like an artificial command spell put on them by Caster.
キャスターの参加条を破ったり破るやつに出会ったら、骨人形みたいに一つの命令を実行するだけの人間になるの。
If you come across someone who breaks her 3 rules, they become similar to a doll that carries out only one command.
あいつ道具を作るのうまいから、シロウだってあいつに捕まったら魔術補佐の限定霊装にされかねないわ。
She's good at making tools. If she ever captures Shiro, I bet she would turn him into a specialized mystic code that assists her with magecraft.
悪！キャスターは悪認定！
Evil. Caster is evil.
他人を己が意のままにしようなどと教育者として許しません。
As an educator, I cannot forgive anyone who uses others as they wish.
別にそれだけで悪いっていうのはどうかと思うけど、
I don't know about calling her evil just because of that.
キャスターは確かに小物で臆病で狡猾だけど、根はまだ悪人になりきれてないし。
Caster is weak, cowardly, and sly. But she's not fully bad on the inside.
なぜかような魔女をかばう弟子1号。
You tell me there is a way. We can fix her. Alright. Why are you sticking up for that witch, student number 1?
何か思うところがあるの？
Do you have something on your mind?
別にそういうわけじゃないよ。
No, not really.
私はただ魔術で誰かを拘束しても、それ自体は悪いことじゃないって言いたいだけだったり。
I just wanted to say that it's not always bad to bind someone with magecraft. Yeah. You must know.
あ、思い出した。イリアちゃんもっとひどいことしろにやってきたじゃない。
Oh, I remember. You've done worse to Shiro.
ちくしょう、バレたかこんちくしょうめ。
Damn it, you found out, you mother...
なぜかその市内には勝てません。
Oh, I can't beat that sword for some reason.
当然よ。この道場では魔術は一切禁止なんだから。
Of course, magecraft isn't allowed in this dojo.
弟子1号が私に勝つには野生のライオンとか近代兵器を持ってくるしかないんだから。
You have to bring a white lion or a modern weapon to beat me.
さあ、いい加減反省した？
Now, will you repent for your actions?
はーい、反省してます。
Yes, I apologize.
もう悪いことはいたしません。
I won't do anything bad again.
うん、いい子だ。これで少年の願いも叶ったというもの。喜べ弟分。このルートではイリアちゃんはおとなしめだぞ。
Yes, that's good, girl. The boy's wish is granted as well. Rejoice, little bro. Ilya is more behaved in this route.
はいはい、今回はおとなしくしてればいいんでしょ。
Alright. I just have to behave this time, right?
まあ、いつも暴れっぱなしっていうのも芸がないしね。リンルートではいっそシロを助けてあげて、他のヒロインを食っちゃうのもいいかな。
Hey, it's not fun always to be on a rampage. Can even help Shiro in this route and take one of her heroine roles.
なあ、そこまで考えていたというの？
You have put that much thought into this.
反則コスだけでは飽き足らず、本編でそんな美味しいシチュエーションさえ演じるなんて。
If that illegal custom isn't enough, you even taking on such a great role in the main storyline?
イリア、怖い子。
Ilya, such a scary child. Sure. It'd be pointless to I won't ask. No, it'd be too dangerous to keep on talking about this. Is his life at Ryoto Temple lives at Ryoto Temple after all. I make him suspicious about this woman. He might be curious and do something. And if that woman is a master, Issei would be in danger. This is it for today. I call it good since I found out that Issei has nothing to do with the Holy Grey War.
ああ、そういえばエミヤ、シンジの妹、今日はいなかったな。
Oh yeah, Emiya. Shinji's sister wasn't here today, right? Huh? Sakura's absent today?
シンジも休んでいただろう。二人とも無断欠席。うちで何かあったのではないかと職員室で問題になっている。
Shinji is absent as well. They're both absent without notice today. So the teachers are wondering if something happened at home. I'm at a loss of words, being confronted with a problem that I have forgotten about.
昼休みも終わりだな。教室に戻ろう。
Oh, lunch break is over. Let's go back to the classroom. Issei ushers me out of the student council room. All the while, the thought of Sakura being absent and what happened to Shinji after losing Ryder swirl in my head. Interlude? Oh. Whose perspective are we in now? Sound was like hitting steel. For Shinji's point of view, he arrived at the still breathing heavily. His footsteps are loud and their rhythm is erratic. Staggering forward, he leaves the door flung wide open. He can hardly stay on his feet, pulled forward only by his falling body. He looks around. The church is empty after morning service. It is only provided by the sun streaking through the windows above. The silence creates a solemn air, and the still atmosphere creates a profound stillness. His very presence is heresy. No, that would be wrong. He did not merely come to this place. With ragged breath and unfocused eyes, with shaking limbs that wither and sway, he desperately fled for shelter. It is the true answer. His wretchedness is that of prey fleeing from a predatory hound.
戦いが始まって6日。ここに足を運んだのは君が初めてだ。
It has been 6 days since the war started. You're the first person to come here. He forces his body upright. Just when did this man appear? With bloodshot eyes, he peers with bloodshot eyes, he peers at the priest, standing at the altar, and mutters incoherently. The priest frowns. He could not fully understand the boy, but assumes that he's asked for help. He wants protection. The master who lost his servant may ask for protection, under the condition that he withdraws from the war. That place of refuge, the last sanctuary, is the church. And the master of this place, Kiriko Tomine, is the priest.
では戦いを放棄するのか、少年?
So, you will withdraw from the war, boy? The boy responds with a solemn voice, with a sparking flame.
当たり前だ。僕に死ねって言うのか。
Of course. Are you telling me to die?
いいか。サーバントがいないんじゃ殺しようがないし、マスターなんてやってられない。僕は普通の人間なんだ。いわば被害者側だろ。そういうのを狙ってさ、一方的に殺すなんて不公平じゃないか。
Look, I can't kill anyone without a servant, so I don't want to be a master. I'm a normal person. I'm a victim, right? It's unfair for anyone to kill someone like me. The priest does not answer and only looks at the intruder. He looks beyond the boy, as if to peer beneath the skin, bone and sinew, to which lies beneath.
なんだよ。なんか文句あるのかよ、お前。
What? You got a problem?
意見などない。君は今回一人目の放棄者であり、我が教会始まって以来の使用者だ。管理者として、ここに根付いた父に代わり、丁重にもてなそう。
I do not have an opposition. In your opinions, sorry. You are the first person to withdraw this time, and the first user of the church since it has started. I shall welcome you in the stead of my father, as the overseer of the war.
なんだよ。リタイアしたのは僕だけだっていうのか。くそ、みっともない。こんなことじいさんに知られたらなんて言われるか。
Huh? What? So I'm the only one who quit? Hell, what a nightmare. I don't know what my grandfather will say if he hears about this.
ああ、それもこれもお前たちのせいだぞ。ライダーなんてカスをつかませやがって、あんまりにも不公平じゃないか。
That's all you few guys' fault. It's so unfair. I got a piece of shit like Ryder. He pounds his fist into the floor in a rage. The sound echoes like a bell, and the priest smiles with great interest.
では、ライダーは役に立たなかったと。
So, Ryder was useless then?
そうだよ。たく、大口叩きやがって。
That's right. What the hell? She was only talk.
あいつ、この僕があんなに手を貸してやったのにあっけなく死にやがった。あれなら他のサーバントの方がよっぽど役に立ったんだ。
She died so easily even though I helped her that much. Any other servant would have been way more useful.
ああ、それでも僕はうまくやった。ちゃんとじいさんの言いつけ通りやって準備は万全だったんだ。
Yeah, even when I still did well. I did just as my grandfather told me, and everything was set.
だっていうのにあいつら揃って邪魔をしやがって。2対1だぞ。そんなの勝ち目なんてないじゃないか。
But they all got in my way. It was 2 against 1. There's no way I could have won against that.
そうだ。負けたのは僕のせいじゃない。
That's right. It wasn't my fault that I lost.
単にサーバントの質の差なんだ。それをあいつら偉そうに勝ち誇った顔しやがって。
It was just a difference in the quality of our servants. But they are so smug about it. And then he squirms on the ground. He strikes the floor bitterly, laments his misfortune, and obsesses over his obstacles. But his resentful voice dissipates quickly. Hatred of such a level cannot break the silence of this church.
くそー。くそくそくそくそー。
He repeats his cries of agony. In the midst of it, footsteps. The priest's steps echo through the room, as if they were shattering the frozen air. The father slowly puts his hand on the child's shoulder.
つまり、
So,
君にはまだ戦う覚悟はあるということだな。
that means you still have the will to fight? He looks down at the loser and says with a gentle voice. Huh? He cannot understand the priest's words. The clergy in black has a polite smile on his face.
君は運がいい。ちょうど一人手の空いているサーバントがいてね。
You are in luck. I happen to have one servant who is available right now. The priest offers a new salvation, barely able to restrain a rapturous joy. I've totally forgotten about this. school's over. It came to a surprise for even for me. And it's the second best route that I remember from the anime adaptation. The most recent was Heaven's Feel, and so I remember the most stuff about that, but that's way in the future for us. So, well, it was surprising. School's over. Probably because of yesterday's incident, students are not allowed to remain at the school for any reason. There's still time until the sun sets, so I'm worried about Sakura. I go to the Mato household. Oh yeah, I have to contact Tosaka. Meet Sensei today. I make a big dinner to make Saber happy. Oh my god. Oh. It sounds like the dumbest choice you could take. Hmm. I don't remember what's happened to Sakura. Maybe we'll just die because Shinji apparently has the new servant who has watched the last route. Know which servant this probably is, but I won't spoil it for you. So I'm just gonna go. I'm worried about Sakura. I go to the Mato household because oh yeah, I have to contact Tosaka. Maybe get me some favor points with Tosaka. This probably is just for Saber. So I just do the Sakura stuff because I'm most interested into that. I'm worried about Sakura, who is absent. There's that thing with Shinji, so I'll go check up on her. I go back home to drop off my bag before I head to town. Sakura's house is on the other side of the intersection, at the upper part of a residential area. It's about the same distance as from the intersection to my place. I go up the hill that's different from the Japanese-style residential area. Then? Oh no. Huh? In the distance, I see a familiar figure in front of my destination, Sakura's house. Osaka. I confirm one more time. Her red clothes are rather noticeable. That itself catches my eyes, but her lower half is black as to emphasize the red color. She probably picked something to balance out her dark hair. That outfit's very fitting for someone like Tosaka. Does he see her the first time in that outfit or what? Something thumps. Shut up. This time it thumps twice. Damn it, shut up. I'm busy right now. Be quiet. It does not stop thumping. Jeez. You're not a taiko at the festival. What the hell is it? Oh, it's me. I calmly answer. It was my own heartbeat echoing through my ears. Right up until now, it sounds ready to rapidly beat right off my chest. The cause is simple. I've never seen Rin Tosaka wearing her own clothes. Really? Is that the first time? Wasn't it the, like, basically the first day Shiro became a master at that night when they fought Berserker? I don't remember. Okay. I can't imagine what kind of face I'm making right now. Can't even explain why I'm reacting like this in the first place. I saw her in her personal clothes. I saw her in something other than her school uniform without expecting it. That's all, right? Just unbelievable. Why am I hung up over this? It's just her clothes. This isn't a big deal. First of all, we're allies. You trust me to have her back. I ought to be prioritizing living up to that trust. Hey, Tosaka. I call out to her. Wow. Tosaka sees me, gets surprised, and starts looking around. Tosaka, what are you doing here? I get closer and call out to her. Huh? I have no time to resist. Tosaka grabs my arm and pushes me to take cover. Huh? Oh, my back! What are you doing, Tosaka?
黙って。
Be quiet! Ooh! So close! Wow! Wait. It's really soft. Error. Processing error. My brain is blown away. A heartbeat that I had forced to silence earlier sounds like a drum solo now. Osaka, hey.
もういいから黙ってて。騒ぐと見つかっちゃうじゃない。
Jeez, just be quiet. We found out if you make a commotion. He found? By who?
だからあいつによ。ほら、もっと奥に行って。こんなんじゃ隠れきれない。
By him. Go on further back. We're not able to hide like this. Osaka pushes her body onto mine. Tosaka, too close. She's so close to me that I'm getting dizzy. I feel like I'm babbling nonsense, but I can't understand it myself.
だから静かにしてってば。ほら、見えるでしょ、エミヤくん。さくらの家の前、なんか変なやつが立ってない？
Said be quiet. You can see him, right? In front of Sakura's house. Isn't there a strange guy standing there? Huh? My boiling thoughts cool instantly. A strange guy standing in front of Sakura's house? There's someone there. Blonde. A foreigner. Oh.
そう。さっきからもう30分近くマトウの家を見てる。
Yeah. He's been in front of the Mato house for about 30 minutes now.
監視ってわけじゃなさそうだけど、なんか尺に触るのよね、あの目つき。
Doesn't seem like he's spying. But the look in his eyes gets on my nerves. Unfortunately, I can't see the look in his eyes from here. Osaka, let's switch places. I want to see too.
バカダメだってば。今出たら見つかるでしょ。って、来た。あいつこっちに来る。
We can't, you idiot. He'd see us if we just go out now. Wait, he's coming. He's coming this way. We bent down to try to hide ourselves in the confined space. The footsteps approach. Damn, he got dripped now. He goes down the hill without stopping. What's that about? I think he's a normal human being. He seems like a real full-fledged human with form. Still feel something weird. I don't know who he is, but I have a strange feeling our lives will come to an end if we go after him. It's such a strange, unnerving presence.
あいつ、以前さくらと話してたやつかな。
That guy, is he the one who was talking to Sakura before? Tosaka murmurs. What? Sakura?
ええ。さくらは道を聞かれたらしいんだけど、何喋ってるかわからなかったとかなんとか。って。
Yes, the Apparently he asked Sakura for directions, but she couldn't tell what he was saying. Wait, what?
なんだってここにいんのよあんたは。
What are you doing here? Tosaka jumps out the back alley just as fast as Lance saw. What? Is Lance here? Or is she just talking about Shiro? Well, that's my question. But you took me and shoved me in here like an overdue package. That's probably just Shiro. I explained precisely to her. She must have understood as she freezes. Well, she stopped with her unreasonable complaints, but now she's just glaring at me. Hey, I'm the one that's annoyed here. You're the one who dragged me in like this. It's not fair that only Tosaka gets to make a face like that. She shouldn't have done it if she didn't want to. I feel stupid getting all embarrassed about it, damn it. Tosaka, he says nothing to do with this. I say while turning away from her.
何？もう調べたのエミオくん。
Huh? What? You have already found out? Yeah, Ise isn't a master. It's fine if you don't wanna believe me.
おう、それは大丈夫。エミオくんは嘘を言える人じゃないから、あなたがそう言うなら一世は白でしょ。
Huh? No, I believe you. You're not a person who can lie. Ise is innocent if you say so. Tosaka replies nonchalantly. Damn it, I lost. A sigh escapes my lips. I feel even more stupid for getting all worked up about it, even if she says it like that. Above all, I feel better just from hearing those words.
けど、どうやって確認したの？一世からはマスターの気配がしなかった。なら、確認の方法なんて襲ってみるしかないと思うんだけど。
But how did you find out? I didn't feel a master's presence from him, so I think the only way to check is by attacking him. Kind of. Well, I checked whether he had a command spell or not. It's something he can't hide no matter how much he suppresses his magic energy, right?
ああ、そっか。腕を見れば一発だものね。
Oh, I see. It's obvious if you just look at his arms. Osaka nods in agreement. But she must have thought of something else, as her head tilts.
ねえ、エミヤくん。あなた、どうやって一世の霊樹を確認したの？
Hey Emiya, how did you check Ise's command spells? Oh god. I took his clothes off. I mean, he resisted like a normal person would have. But I stripped him by force. And didn't find anything. Oh my god. Tosaka freezes staring at me in stunned silence. Hmm? I think she's acting strange. Like, what part of what that was unclear? I don't know. Man, he's tense. The Mata household was silent. Shinji isn't home, and I don't see Sakura either. Why don't you ring? This is I'm wondering what I should do.
さくらが気になってきたの？
Huh? Did you come here because you were so worried about Sakura? Tosaka asks, as if it's nothing. Hmm? Tosaka, you know Sakura Macho?
まあ、ちょっと顔見知りなのよ。
Well, we're acquaintances.
それより、弓道部の子はみんな病状がひどかったんで、信徒の方の総合病院に移されてるわよ。藤村先生が走り回ってるのだって、それが原因でしょ。
Anyway, the students in the Kyoto Club are all in bad condition, so they got transferred to the general hospital in Shinto. That's why Miss Fujimura is running around, right? What about Sakura?
今頃は病室で眠ってるけど。なるほど。そういうことだったわけ。
He's sleeping in a hospital bed right now. Oh, so that's how it is, huh? What's with that evil smile?
別に。けど、そうよね。私への報告なんかより、いつも手伝いに来てくれる後輩の方が気がかりってなもんよ。
Nothing.
私、ヤミヤくんのこと、ちょっと分かっちゃった。
Nothing. But I see you're more worried about the person that always comes to help you instead of reporting to me. Oh, I think I'm starting to understand you better now. Osaka smiles meaningfully. It's really humiliating. What more than that? Osaka, why do you know Sakura comes to my place?
そんなの弓道部に通ってればわかるわよ。
Oh, I found out when I went to visit the Kyoto Club.
ほら、首相の三辻さんと知り合いだし、私。
I'm friends with the captain, Mitsuzuri, you know? I say she has strange, she says she has stress as she starts going uphill. God damn, why can't I read that simple sentence? Osaka, are you going home?
ええ、ここにいても仕方がないし、キャスター探しはまた練り直しだし。明日、学校でアイデアを出し合いましょう。
Yes, nothing left here. And we have to rethink our strategy for searching for Caster. Let's brainstorm at school tomorrow. Osaka says goodbye and casually leaves. Then she looks at me seriously from a distance. Osaka?
ねえ、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
Hey, there's something I want to ask you. It's fine, but what is it?
その、例えばの話よ。もしさ、本人の意思とは関係なく、よその家に養子にやられたら、その子はどういう気持ちで育つのかな。
This is a hypothetical question. If a child is adopted without any say in the matter, how do you think the child would grow up feeling? What is she getting at? A child that is adopted without any say? Throwing away the previous life and starting a new life with a complete stranger. They say that you can't choose your partner, parents, but if I think about what a child who doesn't have any choice in the matter would feel, being thrust into a situation with a stranger.
エミヤくん？
I shake off those thoughts. What I'm getting emotional over. I shouldn't even need to think about this. Well, I don't think there's a specific thing they'd feel. If a place where adopted to is good, then I'm sure they won't have any complaints. But I'm sure there'll be some issue if it isn't any good. It's pretty simple, you know?
そっか。そうよね。何当たり前のこと聞いてるんだろう、私。
I see. That's true. Why am I asking such an obvious question? Tosaka waves goodbye and goes up the hill. Her house and mine are in opposite directions. Well, I have to get back home before dark. Dinner ends before I realize it. I came home, trained with Saber in the dojo. Ujine came home. I made dinner. The three of us ate, and now it's already past 8 p.m.
セーバーちゃん、もしかしてあっちじゃ有名な達人さんなの？セーバーちゃんが教え出してからこっち、シローったら別人みたいなんだけど。
Do you happen to be a famous swordman in your country, Saber? Shiro's been like a different person ever since he started learning from you.
それは私も驚いています。ですが、シローの死は別にいるようですから。 私の手腕ではありません。
I'm surprised about that as well. But it seems that Shiro has a different teacher. It's not my doing. We're having a post-meal tea. It's good that Fujin and Saber are getting along. I don't want to interrupt, so I sip on my tea quietly and rest my body. Saber's training really did a number on me.
師匠が2人？ありゃ、二股かけてるってことかなそれ。
Two teachers? Oh no. Does it mean he's cheating on you?
本人に自覚はないようですが。ですがまあ、結果がいいので黙認することにしました。
He does not seem to be aware of it, but I have to decided to tolerate it, since the result is good.
確かに、シローは自分に合った戦法を身につけた方がいい。体はとうに出来上がっているのですから、あとは自身をうまく動かす思考を組み込むだけです。
Shiro should learn fighting techniques. His body is already fit, so all he has to do is learn how to move his body properly.
あ、セーバーちゃんわかってるじゃない。そうそう、シローはずっと鍛えてきたんだから、体はしっかりしてるのよ。今まではね、本人にやる気がなかっただけなんだから。
Oh, you figured it out real fast, huh? Shiro has been training regularly, so he's really fit. He just hasn't been quite as motivated lately.
体を鍛える。確かに、あのような道場があったのなら、鍛錬にも身が入りましょう。加えて、大河といういい対戦相手がいたのですから、素質がないはずがない。
Training regularly? I'm unsurprised that he trains regularly if he has access to such a dojo. Additionally, he has a good opponent like you, so there's no way he wouldn't have talent. Saber nods emotionally and sips on a tea. Ben.
あの道場で剣道をするのは久しぶりだよ。セーバーちゃんが来るまであそこは剣道場じゃなかったもん。
No, it's been a long time since we last did any kendo in there. That play's original purpose had gone unused until you came. Fujini corrects her with by biting on a rice cracker.
剣道場ではなかった。シローは道場で竹刀を持たなかったのですか？
Really now? Do you really not make use of such a space? Every time there are multiple words with S right behind each other, I have trouble pronouncing them or saying them properly or whatever. Never looks at me with surprise. Huh? Well, no, I haven't picked up a sword since my old man died.
そうよ。シロー、暇さえあればキリツグさんと試合してたのに、キリツグさんが亡くなったら途端に竹刀を持たなくなってさ。私は悲しかったな。
It's true. Shiro fought Kiritsugo any chance he had, but he stopped with kendo soon after Kiritsugo passed away. I was sad. Munch munch. Tiger nibbles on the rice cracker while resting her head on the table. I have a bad feeling about this, or rather, I can predict what it's about to happen. When Fujini gets like this, the conversation always go to.
ああ、どうしてかな。あの頃は剣道少年だったのに、今じゃプー太郎だよ。そりゃ、お世辞にも剣の才能はなかったけど、弓道はちょっとこの子大丈夫なのかなって思うぐらいだったのにやめちゃうしさ。
Man, I wonder why. He was such a kendo boy back then. Now he's just a bum. And I can't say that he was talented in kendo. But talent isn't everything. Just when I thought he was okay in archery, he upended and quit. I knew you were going to say that, Fujini. Stop happering about the past. You're getting so negative. I glare at her. Fujini skulls and eats her rice cracker. She backed off this time.
ほう。シローの幼年期の話ですか、タイガ。
Oh, is that about Shiro's childhood, Tiger? Huh? She was over it. Why did you have to bring it back up, Saber?
何？聞きたい聞きたい。
What? Do you want to hear about it?
はい興味があります
Wasn't that a sound from Sonic? When you collect a ring or something? Man, I've never laughed so much in an episode. Yes, I'm interested.
よーし。ならお姉ちゃん話してあげよっかな。
He's sweet. Then let's tell me all about it. The moral of the Fujiwara army goes up to the reinforcements from the Saber camp. Oh, not like I can stop her now. I don't have to interrupt, so I quietly drink my tea. I focus on resting like originally planned.
それでね、今はこんなにひねくれちゃったけど、子供の頃は可愛かったのよ。人のことを疑わなかったし、お願いすれば何でも二つ返事で引き受けてくれたり。
So you see, his personality is all screwy now, but he used to be cute when he was a kid. He never doubted anyone, and he would do anything you asked him to.
うんうん
I see, I see.
でも妙に頑固なところがあってね、一度決めたことはなかなか変えなかったりしたっけ。そのあたり桐次さんとは正反対だったかな。
But he had an oddly stubborn side to him, and he rarely changed his mind. Once he had set his mind on something. I guess he was the complete opposite of Kritsuko in that regard.
桐次は素人は正反対だったのですか
Are Kritsuko and Shiro polar opposites?
そうだよ。桐次さんは何でも OK って人だったから、いいことも悪いことも人それぞれ、人生なるようになるさって人だったな。
Yeah, Kritsuko was the type of person to be okay with anything. He thought that's good things and bad things were different for every person. He was the type to think that whatever happens, happens.
そのくせ困ってる人を見たら何とかしちゃうのよね。シローもそんな桐次さんの真似ばっかりしてた。
Yet he would try to do something every time he saw someone that needed help. And Shiro would always try to copy Kritsuko.
シローは桐次さんよりはっきりしてたから、悪いことはダメだって町のいじめっ子をバンバン叩いてたっけ。
Shiro was more particular than Kritsuko, so he would go and fight bullies in the neighborhood. He always wanted to do the right thing.
うん。その時からシローは正義の味方だったんだ。
Yeah, Shiro acted like a TV hero, a hero of justice. Fujine happily talks about boring things. And besides, Fujine...
なぜシローは正義の味方なのですか
Why would he act like that? Saber asked a simple question. Well, it's hard to explain. I guess it's just because I admire people who do the right thing.
憧れているその正義の味方に
The right thing? You admire heroes of justice? Yeah, well, I do. It makes me embarrassed when I say stuff like she was like justice straight to my face.
それはどうして
Why is that? Well, it occurs to me just then. There's really no reason for it. I've admired people like that since I was a kid. I try to be of help to people and support anyone that was said to be that was said to the best of my ability. It hasn't changed, even now. But the reason behind it, why did I try to be of help to people? You can leave your dreams to me. That is the answer. The last moment of a person that meant everything to me. He died peacefully, because of something I said. I wanted to protect that trust he had in me, even after he died. so that he would be able to rest in peace for an eternity. But is that... is it really the real reason?
シロ、
I hear my name and come to my senses. Oh, sorry, I'm going to my room now. I stood up, overwhelmed with unexplained anxiety. I leave the living room. As a feeling that feeling. No. Ifs about it, I ran. That was a simple question, but I was scared that something might come to light when Saber looked at me with those eyes. Why? What am I scared of? An uneasiness that even I don't understand myself. A shapeless fear, nausea welling up. I hurried to my room, trying to suppress a headache. Usually went home, saying she had work left to do tonight. Saber sleeping in the room next to mine, just like yesterday. I stare into the darkness, unable to sleep again. It's not that I can't sleep because I'm conscious of Saber. Why would she act like that? Those words. Because that question still remains in my heart. She asked me why, and and I said I found them admirable. It's obvious why I ran away then, because if she asked me why I admired them, I would have nothing to say in response. No, I do have an answer, but something is keeping me from saying it out loud. The reason I want to be a real hero of justice. Why ask that now? I was desperate to be like Kiritsuko when I was a kid. I admire people like him because there was an ideal that I could not fulfill. It should be the source of it all. The true form of that ideal that I have now. No, the ideal that I had for the past 10 years. If I could save someone, I glared up the sky, thinking that I would be it would be a lie unless I could have unless I could save everything. But which one is the lie? The idea of justice that I admired. The older I get, the more I stray from it. The ignorant child that knew no bounds grew up, gained knowledge, and learned of a limit. That some truly cannot be saved. Miracles are beyond human ability. Even then, I believed that I could become like Kiritsuko when I grew up. Yet all I gained was the wisdom to decide that ideals are just that. All I can do is clean up afterwards. Even though I was made actually aware that it's meaningless, I've continued doing what I can. Even if that means just saving one person. Oh, my goal was to save as many lives as I could. I've lost and discarded things along the way. Also, I wouldn't lose the most important part. Our reality continuously knocks me down. If my heart does not accept defeat, I can stand strong, even if it's about love. That ideal. The ideal where nobody is hurt is wonderful. You can leave your dreams to me. Yes. If no one's going to... I just thought that I would inherit this dream myself. That's why I have to become a hero of justice. I have to succeed Kiritsuko and protect what he longed for. How good would it be if everyone could just carry on as before without making any sacrifices?
そんなものはこの世のどこにもありはしない。
Such a thing. doesn't exist even doesn't even exist in this world. Shut up. I don't know unless I try. I desperately reject the words that popped up in the back of my head. He said it to drown in my ideas. Ominous words, as if he could prognosticate my very fate. The end was more emotional than the whole day was. My dear stray dad. Oh. So, considering we have finished the day and it's pretty late at the moment for me, I'm gonna stop the recording right here and I will see you in the next episode. I had a lot of fun this time around. Very a lot of unusual situations, and well, it had a comedic tone to it. It's probably getting more serious next episode, but I appreciate it every time I get some slice of life stuff that happens. So anyway, until the next episode, goodbye.